Hello and welcome to my cat. Hello. So I've got a party to go to this weekend and the theme is colourful, but I thought I'd take it one step further and go colourful and staggy. So I thought 1980s prom dress would be ideal. However, I was only able to get hold of this lovely green one and I think I look too pretty in it. So my plan is to sew some fabric roses and pin those onto the dress. Substitute for my cat. I'll then be tempting makeup and hair to do a more 80s style, but I haven't practiced those at all. It's all quite last minute. So we'll see how it goes. First up, I wanted the dress to look better, so turned it inside out and pinned the dresses to existing front darts smaller so it hugged my body better. Would also try the dress on right way out so it looked good. I feel like I should just mention that I don't know much about the 80s, but I do appreciate how recognisable tacky 80s songs are. They have that synthetic music and it is just pure amazing. When happy with the results, I drew lines to follow and sewed over them. I wanted to attach the flowers to the dress in a similar way as my alarm clock. To make the flowers, I tear a piece of this fabric about 4 inches by 20 inches, press the strip in half lengthwise and then stitch them together so they can be gathered. I do apologise that there's not much Tommy in this video, so if you come here for a bit of cat content then you're going to be sorely disappointed. Fold one end over and stitch it down, rolling the rest of the fabric and stitching through the middle as you go. However, there was a problem. The fabric I had brought was too thick and even my strong family members couldn't get the needle through the fabric centre. The roses would come undone. Will the roses be finished in time? Stay tuned to find out. I'm working on my hair now. I was supposed to do this last night, but I was way too tired. So I'm doing it in the morning. Hopefully the hair will dry in time. I'm sure it will do. And all I'm doing is doing lots of tiny plaits because whenever I think of 80s hair, I think of backcombing and frizz and perms, and I'm hoping this kind of replicates that without doing too much damage to my hair because I do not want to be backcombing. I've also not washed my hair for a few days so the roots are a bit greasy, so I'm just going to be using talcum powder. And that should hopefully give the hair some volume. Hopefully. It'll work out. The sort of style I'm going for is similar to my alarm clock and also this picture, kind of that sort of vibe, minus the eyeshadow because it's not quite the look I'm going for. So yes, and I'm not a good platter, so I have to speed this up massively. I forgot to mention that I would wet each section of hair before braiding. If one section of the plait became too thin to continue, I would take hair from the thickest section and continue. Does that make sense? I don't know. It doesn't look so great, but that doesn't really matter since it's all about the crimp. Once I had 3 completed plaits, I then would braid those together so the ends of the hair were crimped as well. Maybe I'm born with it. I don't like to blow dry my hair, but sometimes needs must. Frizz, glorious frizz. Ain't nothing quite like it. I'm now removing my plaits. Not really much I can say about that, so I'll just sing a few songs to pass the time. I don't know because I can't even sing, but anyway. Get home late at night and my father says, what you gonna do with your life? Oh daddy dear, you know you're still #1, but girls, they've got to have fun. Oh girls, they've got to have fun. Ooh, I like what you do with my hair. Ooh, run your fingers through it. Ooh, shake it up, shake it up. Come on, just shake it up, shake it up. Bit of Ashley Tisdale for you. Misspent youth. I'm now moving on to makeup, which is where my true artistic genius comes through. Not really much I can space for the eyeshadow next. I'm moving on to a nice yellow colour for the brow bone eyelid area. So for my makeup I decided to go for a more of an over-the-top look. I mean, if that's not at all obvious. And next on to the lovely blue, and I also want to add some lovely bright pink statement blush. I just feel like that's quite a typical 80s thing you see, you know, imagine Madonna with that at that time, or I think it's Cyndi Lauper. I did try the electric pink blush, but I don't have quite the right shade, so I end up looking like I'd run a marathon instead of had this jet of bright pink on my cheek. It was just a bit too, you know, gone to the gym, I'm a bit sweaty, I'm a bit smelly, and I might be sweaty and smelly, but I don't want people to know that, okay? Finally, I applied lipstick to my lips and also my cheeks because you clearly cannot have enough blush, and I do not then. To complete this look, I'm wearing my rainbow glitter pastel Doc Martens. I finished partying, sitting at a table, listening to loud music. Anyway, this is the aftermath. I think it survived pretty well, considering I cried. I had a bit of a weepy moment. The hair, it's not kinky anymore, it's frizzy. And this is the aftermath. Okay, 1 second. Oh yeah, it's not so bad. Look at all this. All that didn't end up getting used. This is all that I ended up doing. So yeah, not really enough to have that wackiness. And I'll just quickly show you. Look at this brilliant picture. Try and get you to focus. I might put in a better picture just now. But isn't it amazing? You've got the poodle and the beautiful lady. Probably advertising stockings. Poodle! Anyway. Oh yeah, sexy, sexy shots. Ooh. Yeah, touching my face, because that's such a very sexy thing to do. Good night, my friends. Bon nuit.